Mike Tyson recently attacked Jake Paul during a backstage face-off at a private boxing event, sending shockwaves for the boxing world. Tensions flared when the two squared off ahead of their highly anticipated fight on November 15, 2024. Jake, known for his provocative trash talk, pushed the limits this time by mocking Tyson's age, calling him washed up, and claiming the YouTube generation would dominate boxing. Tyson, clearly fed up with the antics, snapped and lunged at Jake, throwing punches before security could intervene. What started as a heated exchange quickly escalated into a full-blown brawl, leaving onlookers scrambling to separate the two. Jake, who had been exuding confidence moments before, suddenly appeared panicked as Tyson advanced, showcasing the stark difference between bravado and real danger. The altercation raises serious questions about the upcoming fight. Tyson's aggressive response hints at his competitive spirit and readiness, while Jake's provocative tactics may backfire. Fans and analysts alike are left wondering how this confrontation will impact their match. Will it fuel Tyson's determination to prove his prowess, or will it motivate Jake to come back even stronger? As the date approaches, the boxing community is abuzz with anticipation, eager to see how this drama unfolds in the ring. Two of the biggest names in boxing and entertainment were set to meet, and fans sensed drama was brewing the moment headlines surfaced. With Mike Tyson and Jake Paul in the same room, there was no way things would end quietly. Anticipation was high for fireworks, and it didn't take long for tensions to boil over.
Orlando, we're here, baby. Time to handle business. Let's go!
Jake Paul arrived in full swagger, dressed to impress with his signature cocky grin and shades on indoors. It was clear he had a plan: stir up trouble, grab headlines, and get everyone talking. True to form, Jake wasn't there to make peace. He had Mike Tyson firmly in his sights. When the two came face to face, the tension was palpable. It was one of those moments where you could feel something was bound to go wrong. Fans watching live were already on the edge of their seats, expecting an explosive encounter. What was meant to be a simple promotional face-off for their highly anticipated November bout quickly turned into a high-stakes showdown. Initially, the trash talk was typical, a back-and-forth designed to hype up the fight and boost pay-per-view sales. But Jake, never wanted to know when to stop, pushed the envelope further. He relentlessly taunted Mike, claiming the boxing legend was past his prime and that he represented the new face of the sport. He even had the audacity to call Mike washed up, a comment that could easily be considered crossing the line. At first, Mike remained calm and collected, sporting his trademark deadpan expression. However, you could see in his eyes that Jake was getting under his skin. Mike, who's usually unflappable, began to show signs of irritation. When you see someone like Tyson, known for his cool demeanor, starting to crack, you know trouble is imminent. It all came to a head the moment Jake went too far. Mike's expression shifted in an instant, and without warning, he snapped. The calm facade shattered as Tyson lunged at Jake, transforming the tense standoff into chaos. Fans gasped as the brawl erupted, proving once again that when Jake Paul is involved, nothing ever goes as planned. That's when things took a wild turn. Mike Tyson lunged at Jake Paul, unleashing his signature punch in a split second, so quickly that even the security team struggled to react. Just moments earlier, Jake was laughing, full of his trademark cockiness, but now he was dodging for his life, trying to escape Tyson's wrath. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't quick enough. Tyson managed to land a solid shot, and if you see Jake sporting a black eye in the near future, you'll know exactly where it came from. The room erupted into chaos as security rushed in from all directions, desperately pulling Tyson back and trying to separate the two before the situation escalated further. Fans at the event were left in shock, some pulling out their phones to capture the moment, while others just stared, trying to process what had just happened. Jake's confident demeanor vanished as panic washed over his face. Honestly, who could blame him? When Mike Tyson throws punches, you know it's serious. Despite his usual bravado, Jake tried to play it cool afterward, but he looked rattled. You could see him touching his face, checking for damage, attempting to act like it was all part of the show. But let's be real, this wasn't part of the plan. Tyson wasn't playing games, and Jake's antics had finally pushed the wrong buttons. He was paying a price, but the drama didn't end there. Instantly after the brawl, Jake took to Instagram to unleash his unfiltered thoughts. It didn't take long after the chaos in Orlando for him to hop on social media, posting a series of stories where he seemed to completely lose his mind. Seriously, this guy was on a rampage. Story after story, Jake was going off, promising no swearing and declaring that he would take Mike Tyson down on fight night. With the camera inches from his face, Jake was hyped up, his usual smirk replaced by a look of pure determination. He repeatedly said things like, "All think Mike Tyson's some kind of invincible legend. Nah, he's just washed up, and I'm about to prove it." He didn't stop there. Oh no. Jake doubled down, calling Tyson old news and claiming that their fight on November 15th would mark the beginning of the end for the boxing legend. He boasted about how his generation was changing the game, insisting that Tyson's time had come and gone. "These boomers don't even know what's coming," he said, sounding more fired up than ever. He was convinced that he would make history by defeating Tyson in the ring, and he was far from shy about it. However, fans weren't exactly buying what Jake was selling. The comments on his stories blew up, filled with trolls mocking him. One user quipped, "Bro, you barely survived the face-off. What makes you think you'll survive the fight?" Others reminded him that Tyson's punches are far from just for show. One hilarious comment read, "Can't wait for Jake to do a reaction video from the hospital bed after Mike's done with him." The internet can be brutal, and Jake's confidence wasn't winning over many people this time around. But Jake doesn't care. He thrives on this kind of attention. The more people doubted him, the louder he became. He was completely in his element, taunting Tyson and making bold claims about knocking him out cold on fight night. "I'm going to be the guy who retires Mike Tyson once and for all," he declared in one of his stories, staring straight into the camera as if preparing for war. Despite his attempts to hype himself up, you could catch glimpses of insecurity behind Jake's eyes. The reality of facing a living legend like Mike Tyson was starting to sink in. Yet Jake doubled down on his bravado, hoping that his confidence would carry him through. He kept repeating, "I'm the problem child, I was born for this," as if saying it over and over would make it true. Watching the whole situation unfold was wild, and it's safe to say Jake's followers were eating it up, whether they were laughing at him or cheering him on. The anticipation for the upcoming fight reached a fever pitch, and one thing was clear. Jake Paul knows how to generate buzz, even if it sometimes leads him into dangerous waters. As the date approaches, fans are left wondering how much of Jake's bravado is confidence and how much is just a facade crumbling under the weight of reality.
I'm gonna go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight, so yeah. What about that, dog? I was ready before, you needed a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurt still? History, this is what it's all about for me, man. I'm a kid from Ohio.
Tyson, unfazed, didn't even flinch. It was as if he anticipated Jake's antics and refused to give him the satisfaction of a reaction. With decades in the game, Tyson knows how to handle trash talkers like Jake. While Jake was losing his cool, Tyson sat back, allowing Jake to dig his own grave. Make no mistake, Tyson is not someone to underestimate, especially in the ring. Although Jake's taunts about Tyson's health may have gotten under his skin, come fight night, Tyson will let his fists do the talking. However, Jake's brash personality backfired once again. Following the chaotic brawl, he was rushed straight to the hospital, where things didn't quite go his way. The hype might have surrounded the event, but the reality was that Jake faced serious consequences for pushing Tyson too far. The fight's anticipation is only growing as fans wonder how this will all play out. The hype for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is skyrocketing. After that wild face-off, it's only getting crazier. Tickets are selling like hotcakes. Fans can't get enough of this matchup. Let's not forget that Tyson already gave Jake a sneak peek of what's to come when he landed that punch during the confrontation. Fans are buzzing, and the internet is ablaze with theories, predictions, and memes. Everyone is wondering, is Jake really ready to face a fighter like Tyson, or is he about to get wrecked? This fight is shaping up to be next level, and with all the drama leading up to it, the anticipation is through the roof. We'll have to wait and see how everything unfolds. So that's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on this recent brawl? Fill the comment section with your opinions, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.